want to welcome all of you here to our third annual graduation ceremony for our young friends who have completed their high school education.
I was really nervous that I wouldn't be able to graduate with my class, and I had to keep up with all the work and take Regents exams to be able to complete all my credits. So this is really exciting and even more special.
It's a day of joy, a day of celebration, a day of achievement for what everyone has done to reach that moment.
For a kid to go through chemotherapy or while receiving radiation therapy to be studying advanced algebra or geometry or trigonometry or calculus, to be going off, graduating and going on to college is an enormous thing.
I was a patient at Sloan-Kettering. I was 15 and I just ended treatment this year. I'm going to Harvard next year. I'm going to study pre-med, maybe go into pediatric oncology.
There's a lot of hard times for these kids, and it's just a joy and a pleasure for us to share in a day that is completely and unequivocally a celebration.
When I was 10 years old, I had a bump on my left leg. I wasn't really sure what it was. I actually thought it was a mosquito bite for a long time. When I first heard the news that I was diagnosed, the first thing I asked my mom was, "Am I going to die?" And she told me, "No. We're going to fight this, we're going to get through this." At 10 years old, I wasn't ready to see all the things that I was going to see, and that was hard at first. I got to points where I was really sick. I wasn't eating, dropping 30, 40 pounds. It was bad, but my doctors told me we're going to do everything that we can to help you get through this. Dr. Myers was my doctor, and I love him with all my heart. I view him as one of my best friends. My leg's fine now. I'm playing sports. I'm playing Division I volleyball in college, and just living life. I love it.
I'm Samantha Lowe's. I live in Manasquan, New Jersey. I play softball. I originally had a tumor in my right under armpit. I had surgery to take it out. When I got the news back that it was a tumor, we were a little scared. A week later, we got the results. It told us that it was malignant, filled with cancer cells. We were just completely shocked and really devastated.
The doctor came in and sat us down and told us it was confirmed, lymphoma. And there's just no word. You just drop to your knees, and a lot of crying, obviously. So it was just the worst day of our lives.
There was a point in time where I thought maybe it's too much or I can't handle it, but I just always had that determination that I needed to try as hard as I could.
To see Sam out on the softball field, an absolute miracle. For her to hit a home run in her last game is, it just gave me the chills.
Now I look back, when I was at the graduation, I looked back at how much I'd been through, and it was just really powerful to think of how much each and every one of us has been through. If you're going to get through it, just be strong and stay positive. That's the most important thing I can say, is to stay positive. If it weren't for Memorial Sloan-Kettering, I don't know where I would be. They helped me to survive and just to live life and, go on and do the things that I love. I'm going to Ursinus College. I'm going to be majoring in math and minoring in education, so hopefully I will become a math teacher, because that's always been a dream of mine.
Well, I'm 19 years old. I go to University High School of the Humanities. While at school, my eyes, they looked like they were getting ready to pop out. So I went to a lot of doctors, and that's when they found the tumor. They cut me right here, and they cut me right here. I had to have 6 months of chemotherapy and 3 months of radiation therapy. The chemo was the worst part of this whole experience to me. I lost all my hair, felt like vomiting. My first year back, I had to cover up my head because I didn't have any hair, and my scar was exposed, and I felt a little self-conscious. But this year, when I uncovered my head, I had a full head of hair. A lot of people don't even believe me that I actually went to the school last year. Everybody thinks that this was my first year. A lot of them say that I'm a miracle. A lot of people say that you've been through what other men wouldn't even survive or go through emotionally. I just say, just don't give up. Just hold on. That's all I have to say. One person in my family that I consider to have gone through the most emotional pain was my mother, who cried enough for me. Fortunately, there were some good things that came out of this ordeal. I lived, for one thing, and I was able to get close to many of the doctors and nurses here, like Paulette.
Here I have this young, independent young man who went through treatment. To see him now and to see him moving on, to see him well and know he has a future, this is excellent.
Kids who have gone through this, who have prevailed, who have gone on to do all sorts of things, they will come back oftentimes, and they are the lesson. And they're the encouragement to families who oftentimes feel that they're alone, feel that they can't possibly get through a day, and yet, these kids will say, been there, done that, you can do it, I did it before you.